What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is your boy Mars. As you guys see, we are here in Forza Horizon 5, and I have a pretty special video to give you guys here, which is going to be about 8 cars that trap around the same speed, also weighing around the same weight, and have around the same horsepower. So these are handily picked by me, really nice cars that I personally like, that I keep seeing trapping around the same numbers in the quarter mile we're speaking of. So it makes it really great for all you guys to build these same similar cars, bring them out for like tournaments and things like that, and also drag race them against each other. So you know, it's going to be a pretty good video. Hopefully you guys can see everything here. Like it, subscribe, and let's get right to it. So we're starting off right now with the Nissan Z. Now this car is a lot faster if you fully weight reduct it. But having it with 2,800 pounds and 1,000 horsepower, it traps similar to the rest. So let's go right over here to the upgrades here, show you guys the build on it, and then I'm gonna just post the share code tune for it so you guys can have that. But yes, the car is gonna be with this engine here. It's gonna have 1,012, and as you guys see, it has 2,800 on the weight there. So now, well, majority of the cars are going to be either 28s or higher, and some of them are going to have a little bit more horsepower, but yet they're going to trap about the same speed in the quarter mile, which that's what we want. We want all these cars to be about the same. So this has that 6.2 liter V8. It is rear wheel drive. They're all also going to be rear wheel drive, and this one has the twin turbos in it. Right over here, we're going to put all of these parts. As you guys see, I'm gonna go pretty slow so you guys see all the parts that I put into it. If you guys want to make the same exact build, you guys can. So like this makes it pretty competitive. You have more options in vehicles to pick from. And I put that right there, and I put that there. Okay, now let's go right over here. We're going to put race there, rally on this suspension. Left that one stock. We got full weight reduction. Put that there, and left that one stock. Now let's go right over here. Put that race as well, and race as well. Right to the tires. Make sure to put drag tires, of course. These are all drag tires, drag cars. No width in the front of 255s. We got 295s in the rear. And then these, I went with lightweight wheels, so I was able to put the lightest weight wheels on this one. 19 in the front and 20 in the rear. That is it. No spacers. If you guys want to put it, go ahead. And I did not take off the little wing on there. Just see, if I took off the wing, I would already be underneath 2,800 pounds. So left the wing on there as well. So that is it with the Z. Got probably some nice little clips here to show you guys on the trap speed, and yeah, then I'll show you guys the next car on there. Alrighty guys, and here is the next car. We got here the Toyota GR86, right? The GR86. Really fast car as well, but once you add the weight to it, it slows it down tremendously, and also brings it down to trapping the same speed as the Z and the rest of the cars. So this is another build car here for you guys that is very competitive, even with the wide body kit, so you get wider tires in the rear, and it also just looks crazy on it as well with it. So we're going to put on the 6.2 liter V8, have 1,009. We weigh 2,801 on the weight there. And we are rear wheel drive. We got the twin turbos on there, and we also have the wide body kit on there as well. And then let's go right over here. We're going to put all of these parts. As you guys see, we're going to go pretty slow so you can put the same parts. You guys can tune these cars to your liking. It just makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot easier, you know, to do your own things with it. This one, I'm gonna bring it outside so I can show you guys how to launch it and drive them, because some of the people here probably still don't know how to, you know, have some newer viewers and things like that. Let's go right over here. We got this stock, so we can add more weight to it on the brakes. You don't need brakes, but that is stock. We got rally on there. We got this one there. We have the second stage. We got the sports on there on the weight. We have no roll cage, and we have this fully weight reduction on the ends of roll bars. Right over here, we're gonna put that race as well, race and race. So pretty much those normally are gonna be about the same. Drag race tires, of course. No need for the front to be wider. Rear, we got 305s now with a wide body kit. And then we're going to put a little heavier wheels on here. I have wheels that weigh wait, where are they? They're over here. So these are the wheels that I put on it, which gave it the extra weight that it needed. I forget how much these wheels weigh, but you got to add a little bit more weight. Remember, it's got to be 2,800 pounds. If you guys are not 2,800 pounds, the vehicle, and if you are lower than 28, the vehicle would trap higher, which, you know, pretty much is, you know, you're just going to pretty much be cheating against everybody else. I did put this back tire here fatter. It looks like it gave me a better 0 to 60 and also more grip and things like that. So added that on there, and also gave me a little bit more weight, so it helped me out tremendously. And then with the spoiler, left it alone. You got all these little options here, but I left it alone. And that is it with this. Let's bring it outside real quick. I just want to show you guys my settings and show you guys how to launch the car. So let's go to the quarter mile real quick. And like that, you guys can see the quarter mile. Also see how to launch the car. My settings is pretty easy. Let's go to my settings real quick. Make sure to be manual with clutch standard on that steering wheel. If you are in simulation, your car will spin, especially if you're rear wheel drive. Don't know why. It's I guess something a hiccup with the game. Standard steering wheel is the way to go. And everything else turned off. If you guys want to rewind, just to rewind back to the beginning of the quarter mile, you guys can. But that's it. Let's get these tires hot real quick. Quarter mile is this pole right over here on the left side. We do a little standstill reverse burnout. There we go. And all you got to do is bring a car to a rolling stop. There we go. And to launch the car is going to be e-brake, gas, and clutch. So when you press the e-brake and gas, your RPM needle is going to shoot up really quickly. When you see it shoot up, then you press down the clutch. So take a look at the RPMs. There you go. So I did that cycle really quickly, e-brake, gas, and clutch. Now we're at 22 pounds of boost, 628 on that torque. I can bounce now the clutch just to get a little bit higher. And all I got to do is let go of the clutch and the e-brake. And there you go. Transition those gears very smoothly. You want to always be on that power band around that 6,000 RPMs every time you shift. And I actually got I was a little bit way behind the quarter mile, but got it a little bit higher than the 170 on there for you guys. But that is that with that. Let's go to the next car. Alrighty, so the next car here is the CT4-V Cadillac Blackwing here. This thing also weighs a little bit more. It also has a little bit more horsepower, but it traps the same 170s. So it's a great competitor to bring out. Also, it's a four-door vehicle, modern vehicle. Looks really, really good. Especially with the paint job that I did on here with the orange and everything. Looks really nice. So here is the build on this one. Let's go right over here to the upgrades. Now, in this vehicle, you do have to engine swap it with a 6.2 liter V8, which gives you 1,084. It weighs 2,900 pounds, so it's pretty good. You know, weighs more than the 28. But the extra little horsepower here helps it out tremendously, especially being all four-door and everything. We are, of course, rear-wheel drive when we have the twin turbos into it. And we're going to go right over here and just put all of the parts race, besides, I believe, the last part we're not going to put race. So just take a look here. Very easy and smoothly. If you guys got to pause the video to see what parts I put, you guys can. So like this, can, you know, do your own thing here on it. Make sure to put did not put the flywheel, but if you got, of course, you know, if you guys want to put that flywheel on there, so you can get a better trap speed there. And no oil and cooling on it, and that is it. So that's pretty much it with that. Right over here, we're going to put all the rest of the parts. Rally on the suspension, put that there, and a full weight reduction on there. No need for the roll cage because it already weighs a lot, and that is it with that. So let's go over here to the final thing. Well, not the final thing, but to the drivetrain, and put all of these parts on here. The car is a four gear, 4-speed vehicle in the quarter mile, but you got the rest of the gears there, so you guys can do whatever you guys want with it. Make sure to put the drag tires on there. No width in the front, and we got full width here in the rear at the 295s in the rear. Pretty good, almost in the threes. Make sure to grab any wheels you guys want that are super light. Got the welds on there, can't go wrong with welds. And if you guys want, put the back wheel bigger, get a little bit higher of a trap speed on there. Leave the front one alone. And if you guys want to put spacers, you guys can to make it look more aggressive. And I did take off the spoiler on there to also reduce some more weight on it, even though it looks great with the spoiler on it. I really personally like it with it. But you got to, reduce some weight on there, so took it off there. Save that there, and yeah, that sums up the video. I'm doing a nice little, show you guys a little pass with it. And here we go with a nice car here. This is the S2000 CR edition, a really competitive vehicle. This one even weighs way lower than the rest when you fully upgrade it, so I had to add some weight into it to get it to around 2,800 pounds. With 1,000 horsepower, traps again it's similar as the rest, around 170. So makes it just a really nice car to bring out. Of course, everybody loves the S2000, just the style of the car by itself. Even right now in real life, they're pretty expensive. But yeah, let's go right over here to the upgrades, custom upgrades, and show you guys what I did. So I got the 6.2 liter V8. It weighs 2,804. Rear wheel drive, of course, and put on the twin turbos into it. Then we're gonna go over here to the build and make sure to put all these parts you see. So let me go a little bit slower here. You guys can see all the parts and like that. You guys can make a car, faster to your own liking and everything like that. So all my cars are pretty good in the beginning. I mean, but you can always make them faster. That's just the whole key about everything. Stock oil cooling, of course, but you're gonna put this race intercooler to get the 2008. Make sure to put this stock. No need for the brakes. Also, look how much weight it does take away from you. So, that's why a lot of people do weight. Put the racing, but this is a nice little cheat code if you want to add more power, more weight to the vehicle. Make sure to be rally on the suspension. Put that race on there. We are on these sport weight reduction, and we are also on the sport on the roll cage as well. And we're going to put this race on the inter-roll bar. So that's how we added a little bit more weight into the car to get it to that. Make sure to put that race on there. This is a race as well. These are normally just going to be race, as you guys see. And this one I just put drift, but you're going to equal them out to the same anyways. That is that with that. Let's go to the tires. Make sure to put drag tires all the way in the bottom there. No width in the front, full width in the rear at 295s. And again, any wheels you guys want that are super light, make sure to drop those on there. We got the iconic Volk T37s on here. So, looks great, especially on the S2000. And the size of the wheels, you went bigger in the rear there at 19s, and left it alone in the front at 17s. And if you guys want to put spacers, you guys can. And besides that, you cannot take off the spoiler on there, so just leave the stock spoiler, which looks amazing on the car. And that is it. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Nice little clip for you guys. Also, traps 170. Here we go. We got here the Camaro Z28. This thing is a monster of a vehicle, but again, when you do add it to the 2,800 pounds and leave it at 1,000 horsepower, it drops really, the trap speed drops to the 170s. So it's also very strong competitor here. One of the cars that a lot of people were trying to take away, but yes, we still bring this car back because of the trap speeds and what it does. So it's that 79 Camaro Z28. Let's go over here to the upgrades and see the parts that I put into it to get it to do that. We are at 28 on the weight, as you guys see, and we have 1,009 horsepower there. So 6.2 liter V8, nothing with that. Make it rear-wheel drive, of course. It's gonna stay rear-wheel drive all of them, and then put the twin turbos into it. Besides that, look at all the parts that I'm gonna put into it, which is gonna be pretty much the same as when I do the 6.2s, which is no oil and cooling. But you're going to put all the rest of the parts there race, so it just makes it easy. As you guys see, flywheel, no oil and cooling, and put that intercooler on there to get the 1009. Over here, we're going to put that race now. We got rally on there. We got the second stage, or the sport stage as we call it, and we got full weight reduction there. We left this alone, and we put this one race. So make sure to put those correct parts there, just like I did. I'm going to put that there, race, race, of course. All these just going to be race. There we go. And with the tires, make sure to put drag tires. 225s in the front. We got full width there at 345s. Amazing back wheels there. And I went heavier with the wheels. What wheels did I put? Let's see. I put these wheels on, these American Racing wheels. I think they're a little heavier. Yeah, I think pretty heavier. That's what added me the extra weight on there, which helped out. So make sure the wheels, guys, the wheels help out. When you add that weight, they do take away and add the weight. Leave it alone at 15 in the front. We got 18s in the rear. If you guys want to put the spacers, you guys can. And with the hood, I left it alone because the hood does reduce weight. As you guys see, you put that hood on there, reduces weight. So I left that alone. And I believe there is no spoiler options at all. So that is it. That's what made this car do the 28s. Also trapping the 170s. Get a nice little clip for it. And here we go, guys. I got for you guys the iconic Buick Regal in the background. This car cannot be missed. I personally use this car as my #1 go-to car every Forza Horizon game. It is just a super well done vehicle. It traps great, it moves well, and it's a well vehicle just to personally have in your garage, so that when you are trying to tune, become better at your craft, or make a car faster, this is the go-to vehicle here. Everybody brings this vehicle out in so many tournaments, and it's just such a competitive vehicle. It traps really good speeds, honestly. You can do a 170s, you can do, I even seen 171s, 169s. So I've seen all these different numbers, and it's all about the build, all about the way it launches, the suspension work and everything like that. And it's just a great vehicle all the way around. Hopefully in Horizon 6 they have this vehicle in there, which will probably be my first vehicle to go to. As soon as I see it, I'm gonna grab it and then I'll tune it to see how it moves. But yes, we got the 87 Buick Regal in the background, also known as the Grand National. Let's go over here to the upgrades, custom upgrades. And as you see, 6.2 liter V8, very simple. This is a car that you literally can just slap things on it and it moves well. So 6.2 liter V8s, we got it rear wheel drive, we got the twin turbos into it. Now let's go right over here to the upgrades. We're just going to put all the parts race, same as the rest of the 6.2s. It is going to be no oil and cooling, but the rest of the parts are just going to be race. So take a look. If you guys got to slow down, you guys can pause the video. Flywheel there, of course, but no oil cooling. And we're going to put the race on the intercooler. So let's go over here. We're going to go and put race on there. We got rally on there, race on there, full weight reduction, no roll cage. I mean, this car already weighs over the 2,800 pounds, so there's no need for you guys to try to, add more weight or anything like that. So just makes it easy. 2 transmissions you can use, or you can use this one here. Or if you guys want to use, actually this doesn't have the 4-speed, but if it had this 4-speed, you guys can use the 4-speed, but we're going to use that one forever, I guess, until they ever add a 4-speed on the next game. Make sure to put race, and race on this as well, and go right to the tires. We're going to be on drag tires. No width in the fronts, full width in the rear at 345s. And again, any wheels you guys want that are super light, make sure to put the on them on there. Have the whole shots on there. Nothing with this, and we got 345s already. Massive back wheels on this thing. This thing just moves nasty of a vehicle. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my personal favorites, go-to vehicles, especially if you want to drag race and you don't want to go through craziness. If you want to do the hood there as well to reduce more weight, you got all these different options of hoods. Everybody either does this one or this one, but majority they go to this one. And that is it. That is it. An iconic vehicle, traps well, keeps up with the rest, and a must-have in your garage. Another one. This is the Dark Horse in the background and with a baby blue color. Another car that traps well, does good, it moves well, wheelies and all that good stuff. So it's a nice competitor. This one you can probably with a better finer tune get it to stay in the 170s, but it kind of likes to float around the 169s. So all in all, great iconic vehicle to have. Let's go to the upgrades here. The 24 Dark Horse is actually faster than the GT from what I've seen, which is surprising. The GT weighs a little bit less, but yet it moves. This one moves way better. So let's go over here. We are going to leave it with the stock engine. The stock engine gives you 1,067, and it weighs way more than 2,800 pounds. So we're at around 3,000 in the weight. All these different engines you can swap into it, which is also pretty neat, as you can see. Do a 5.2, which is another Mustang. Or you can just leave it rear-wheel drive, and let's put in the twin turbos on there. So that is that with that. We're going to put all the parts here, race. Show you guys all of the parts so you guys can do the same. Here we go, put the twin turbos, put those, got the flywheel there, and no oil and cooling. Oil and cooling gives you a little bit more weight added to the car and a little bit more horsepower, but since it's just a little bit, you don't need the horsepower because the weight is more than the horsepower, if you know what I mean. Besides that, let's go right over here. We're going to put that race rally on there. Weight reduction there. Full weight reduction. No roll cage. And the anti-roll bars there for less of a weight being added. All the parts there. Oh, I did go with the 4-speed transmission. Make sure to use that. That's a nice little, little one you can use. Or if you guys want to use the rest of the gears, 5 and 6 and all that good stuff, you guys can. Make sure the weight reduction there would all put a race on all the parts. And let's go right to the tires. Of course, drag tires, no width in the front, full width in the rear at 335s now. And again, any wheels you guys want that are just super light, got the whole shots on there. The rears got them at 20s, and the front we got them at 19. So now you can get a little bit higher of a trap speed number. And on here, there's just FORZA, and you can actually take off that little spoiler it comes with, which is looks great, honestly. But you can take it off to reduce some more weight. And that is it. That is it. A great vehicle to have, a great car to be competitive. I haven't seen as many. A lot of people just kind of left them as soon as it came out. Kind of left them to the side, but it traps well. It traps well, moves good, keeps up with the rest. And it's another one just to have in the garage to bring out for those 170 track speed numbers. Alrighty guys, so here we go with the 8th vehicle here. This is the Ford GT, the 2018 Ford GT, and this car here, man, I can just say so much about it. It's such an iconic car. If you don't have one of these in your garage, I don't know what you're doing, but you have to have one of these in your garage. It just well balanced, traps well, even with the amount of weight it has, the amount of power it has. You can even road race with the car. You can drag race. You can do different kind of weights, power. It is just a great vehicle to have, and since it traps well with the rest, I decided to keep this vehicle here as well. Just one of my go-to cars. I personally bring this car out. This is the one I normally will bring out here, and it is just, Man, great vehicle. Hopefully in the next Horizon is as fast as it is on here. But yes, go-to car. This one is good for practicing if you guys want to even become faster and everything like that. This is the car to go to. Wheelies, moves well, great vehicle. Just like the Buick, this thing here is the one you have to have in that garage. Let's go to the upgrades, custom upgrades, and in here we're going to leave it with the stock engine. It's 940, 804 on that torque, and it weighs 2,800 pounds, but almost 29, as you see there. Rear-wheel drive, twin turboed outs, and let's go over here to the upgrades. Make sure to just slap everything race, very easy and simple. Just like you guys see, there we go. And we got the intercooler, flywheel, but no oil cooling. If you did do that, you only get 8 little horsepower. Look at that little horsepower you get there for no reason. Let's go right over here. We're going to put race, rally, of course, race on there for weight reduction. No roll cage needed. Race on there. So, and then let's go over here. All of these are just going to be race. You guys already know that. I did go with the 4-speed transmission. Remember, you guys can always go with the 4-speed transmission, but if you guys want to use more gears, then you guys have to use the this race transmission. Go there, go there, go there, and all of them are just going to be race. In the tires, make sure to put the drag tires all the way in the bottom. No width in the front. We got full width in the rear, 315s. Left it at 19s in the rear. You guys can go bigger in the rear. Of course, remember you can get a little bit higher of a top end speed. This is still my iconic car. I'm rocking it without the bigger back wheel. Left it alone on the front and rear, and just put any wheels you guys want that are super light. Got the whole shots on there. So yes, all in all, great vehicle. If you guys want to put spacers, you guys can. And I believe there's an option here to take off the spoiler. It does come with this little, yeah, it looks just like the Dark Horse spoiler kind of. But yeah, you can take off the spoiler on there, and looks great. Got the carbon fiber trunk on there, so it looks even better. And that is it. Iconic car to have, guys. Hope you guys can see the last final trap speed there, and it moves really